The IPCC report has been in the news in the past 1 week in particular, ever since the build up towards the release of the working group one report. And then thereafter, you must have seen that almost all newspapers, all media channels, they're all covering this report, because what really the IPCC report is telling us that we are in code red situation. Because until now, most of the reports gave us warnings. They all talked about climate change sometimes as that distant kind of threat. But this report clearly says that we are in it already. And there are some irreversible damages that climate change has already caused, which we can't really do much about, except that we can slow it down. So in that sense, this report is very important, coming at a time when the pandemic has also hit us. And we are supposed to have the climate change conference later this year, when countries are supposed to increase their ambition about climate action. So this is a very important time that this working group report has been released, and the solutions and the impacts will be further discussed in the second and third working group reports as well. If I have to sum up what really the report talks about, as I mentioned, some of these things have been talked about, I think, even in the previous reports. It's just that with improvements in science and climate models and everything, the scientists are now able to pin even something like extreme weather events, specific ones. Usually you would tend to say frequency and intensity of disasters have gone up because of climate change. But now even specific events like the floods that happened in Europe, or wildfires that happened in Greece, or like you mentioned in the US. So some of these specific events are now being pinned on climate change, thanks to the improvements in science that we are seeing.